You know, I absolutely just be loving when you wear that Keto Palooza shirt.
Mm. Mm.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's okay. It's real.
It's okay. It's regular. You a lie. You a lie. Wonder how many washes has this been? Because the letters are coming off a little bit and that hurts.
I'd say at least about 3 or 4.
No, hopefully it should be more than that before the letters start coming off. I'm gonna check my shirt though.
There you go.
Maybe you don't be taking care of your clothes the way that you should.
I don't know what you're talking about. I wash it when I wear it. Simple as that. There's no extra care.
Then how did a hole end up in my shirt? That's all I want to know. How did a hole end up in my shirt?
Any fabric softener?
Fabric softener is not supposed to dissolve the material of your shirt.
I use mine. I don't know what to tell you about yours. You better get your laundry. Whoever doing your laundry, you better yell at them.
I do my laundry.
Yell at that person then. Something that happened. Something got lost in transit.
Good morning, Gigi. It's just us together again today. It's the Gigi show. How you doing, girl? No, you don't do my laundry. You don't do nothing around here. I know it's not true. So I know it's not true. So Beth's here, says, good morning, Weathers and fam. Hi, Beth. It is taking a second for people to join today. It's just you and Gigi so far.
Did you enjoy your work this morning?
I did. Well, I didn't enjoy my work. Do you know what I did enjoy? I enjoyed the silence. I will tell you that. Like, absolutely.
The song of silence.
The sound of silence. Yeah, that's the name of the song. The song is The Sound of Silence.
I got close.
Kind of. Almost. Yes. Yep. So Gigi says I'm doing great. That's all that matters, Gigi, is that you're doing great. I'm doing great too. Well, except for the fact that I did not get any sleep last night. I mean,
I was going to say that.
My whole thing is I clearly got enough sleep. I don't know. Ask me at like noon or 1 o'clock, you know, and then I'll probably be ready to tank. But when I was up at 4:30, I was just like, well, I don't feel sleepy, so I guess I'm just awake now. Finally got out of bed at 5. Then I spent an hour on the bike because I wanted to exercise, and I spent an hour on the bike.
Like this morning when I go bike?
Yeah.
Wow.
For an hour, and I was just like, I wonder if this is too loud for Richard. But no, you were definitely asleep.
Oh, yeah. That was that.
Robin is here, says, good morning. Beth says, I didn't get a notification. I just kept refreshing. I have an alarm for 27 after. Oh, Beth, I appreciate you. Yeah, so maybe the notifications. Okay, so the notifications just came through. Good to know. I was like, oh, so maybe the notification's a little bit late because we've been on here for a minute.
It is Tuesday.
It is Tuesday. Yeah, so everyone's just getting the notification. Hey, notification squad, how are you guys doing? I'm here for the alarm squad, the hashtag refresh squad, right? That just automatically checks for the live via refresh. I appreciate you, Beth and Gigi. I appreciate everyone else here that joined. Melissa says, good morning. He said, all right, everyone, calm down. The man, the myth, the legend, Hungry Heath is here for your enjoyment. Do you watch wrestling? Because that was a pretty great intro, is all I'm going to say. Yeah, well, something. Cynthia's here, says, good morning, Autumn and Richard. LaShawna's here, says, good morning. Hi. It is a good morning. I've been awake for like 5 hours already, literally. So I didn't get any sleep last night. I selfishly called mom at like 6:55. I'm just like, I'm bored and awake, and I was just like, I want somebody to talk to. No, she was asleep, but she called me. I texted her. I was like, I didn't really want anything. I just wanted to say hi because I was bored. She called me. She was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm awake. I had the carb sweats last night. Like, that's the only way to describe it is like, well, actually I had the carb sweat starting yesterday afternoon. I already knew it was going to be a bad night because I was like, why am I already sweating at like 2 p.m., you know? So yeah, it was a sweat heavy day.
Yes, it was.
So I didn't really sleep really well. Because also, do you know another reason I don't think I went to sleep is because I got off a meeting at like 10 p.m. And generally I use that time to like wind down. But I was all like, see, I can't snap with this one. I was all like buzz, jazz, ready to go, excited, woo, you know? So it took me to about 11 to calm down. And then After that, I was still up at 4 because I was tossing and turning all night.
Oh my gosh.
So, but I was proud of waking up, getting out of bed, exercising, and then I took a shower, and then I went to the shop. So I was at the shop from like 7 to 9. So my work is done there today, and I'm really excited. So now I don't have to leave the house again. So that was pretty great. D says, morning, good weathers. No matter how much I refresh, it doesn't come up till it wants to. Hashtag Canadian YouTube. That's all it is. These here says, morning all, happy Tuesday. Hello. Jessica said, good morning. As my friend says, we can sleep when we're dead. Exactly, right? I can be awake the whole time. Dana says, good morning, WAC fam. Sitting at the office renewing 89 truck tags for the company I work for. Blah, many a vacay from the mountains of files of paperwork on my desk. I mean, that's a lot. Well, good luck with that. Basically. Dr. West says, good morning, WAC fam. I'm back in the office this week due to trashy internet service. Oh, no. Yeah. They just want you to just come back in. Sometimes yay. You gotta go. Be careful. Be careful, doctor. Take
all the appropriate precautions.
Yes. He said, oh, yeah, it's still real to me. I went to my first live wrestling match back in the 3rd grade at the old Sam Houston Coliseum. And I've been hooked ever since. I actually knew a guy who, I mean, he probably still is really into wrestling, but he was really, really into wrestling in college. And it was just so funny because it's like everyone's like, oh, it's fake or whatever. Like he knows, but it's just he loves the sport of it all. And I mean,
that was really big.
Very successful young gentleman. He just loves wrestling.
You know an actual wrestler. Well, he's not a big time, but he's still trying down in Louisiana. One of my friends I went to college with. I check him on the. Cool.
I went to high school with a guy that was like a part of Ohio Valley Wrestling. Yeah, he was a wrestler too. Yeah, so cool.
Louisiana Valley.
Cool. Louisiana Valley. That's what it is. Holly's here says good morning, everyone. Latanya's here says good morning. And Gail's here says good morning, Autumn and Richard. Yeah, no. The only thing I knew about wrestling. So I used to watch The Real World back in the day. Oh, and I think it was the New Orleans one where Mike the Miz was on there. Like that's what he used to call himself, is because he wanted to be a wrestler, only to find out years later that like he is a professional or he was or is. I was like, oh my God, he actually made it. I bet The Real World had a lot to do with that, but still that was super cool because that's what he was talking about, fame and wanting to be on the actual show, so
he's always talking about that.
Yes,
it's a big if you follow them,
they had they have a reality show too, right? I think him and his wife or something like that. I don't know. He said nothing wrong with liking wrestling. It's great entertainment. Yes, I mean it's like the circus to me. It's like theatrical and the acrobatics are pretty great.
Well, it's one thing between wrestling and wrestling.
He says Game of Thrones is fake, but everyone loves it. You're right.
Yeah, wrestling is in the Olympics. Wrestling
is what they do in WWE.
You got a circle on the ground. You have to just roll and touch each other for a while. Oh, that's wrestling.
That's awesome.
Wrestling makes a theatrics and overblown of pyrotechnics and stuff like that. I mean, it's beautiful and it is exercise. I mean, they're not. It's definitely the whole fake myth is you hitting that mat, you flying in the air, you smacking that ground. So it's only as fake as the ground feels.
Exactly. Cynthia says, Autumn, why do carbs have that effect on our body? That's mind blowing. I had the sweats 2 days ago. I'm back on track now. I mean, I don't know. I think it's really just our body like literally burning the calories, like burning the sugar. It heats up. I don't know, but I mean, yeah. Yesterday was the first day where I felt bad. Where I was just like. And I didn't even feel like I was overeating. I was like, why am I just so hot? It felt like things were kind of building up. And then I was just like, well, I feel horrible.
It was coming. It's like going into the train tunnel or something. Like you can see it coming. Like, let's put your seatbelt on and break.
Yeah. And I was just, but I mean, I feel a lot better now being awake, exercise, taking a shower, working and things like that. So I feel better. I'm going to just try to really temper my appetite over the next couple of days to just be like, am I eating for eating's sake? Am I eating because I really want this? Am I eating trying to get rid of it because I don't want it to be left over when I'm done? Thinking about all of that, but still trying to enjoy my days.
Habits are still a mystery.
They're still a mystery to me, Richard. I mean, like.
No, when
Rebecca's here says, what are you guys talking about? Wrestling?
When I'm full, I stop.
Yeah. Well, but see, when I'm full, I generally stop too. I just think it takes. I just think it takes a lot more for me to get full versus you to get full. You know? Yeah, like you bite. I'm full.
Well, it's over decades of training.
I know. I know.
You got to try to enjoy the taste of things as opposed to enjoy eating all of it. Like, that's really good. All right, zipping the bag back up, man.
After I enjoy two. Exactly. Fee says why they call it sports entertainment. Stage combat is real exercise and a sport with unfortunately real injuries. Yeah, I mean, it is sports entertainment. That's
I don't know if they call it that in the beginning, but yeah.
No, it really is.
Wrestling, sports entertainment.
I got some mad respect for it. Yeah, wrestling.
Oh yeah. No, it's like I said, it was at the height. I was knee deep in it. We used to, when I was in our dorm room, we actually had we did an arm wrestling competition my freshman year in college. And like me and our floor was so big in wrestling. I don't know if you know it, but was it WCW? Like we had the NWO versus WWF. It was like an inner wrestling thing. Me and my whole floor was the NWO of that group. And we all were like super overblown. Like, so we went over there like, yeah, like, there's Richard. Go down the hall, go down the aisle. Like, we literally were living the life, man.
That sounds
like, wrestling was big.
Wrestling was big. That sounds
fun. I don't think it still is, but
that says when I eat carbs, I sleep so poorly. Same. It's generally when I eat carbs and when I eat after a certain hour. Maybe I compiled both of those yesterday, which is why. But
well, for me, I think it's if you eat and then go right to sleep on it, like you have.
Yeah, but see, I don't do that. To me, it's like hours. Like it has to be 2 to 3 hours before I go to sleep. Rebecca says, "Have you guys seen Jingle Jangle?" I have not. I've heard it's great.
I've seen the first half.
I like waywardly, he was watching it when I came to sit down, and I was just like, "Oh, this looks legit." But then we turned it after that.
It's really good.
Yeah.
The rest of my family's seen it. They're like, "You haven't watched it yet?" I'm like, "Give me a second. I got so much stuff on the plate."
I know, right? Gail says, "I think the body's reacting to all the carbs that it doesn't want. After all the extra carbs are toxic to the body." Yes, preach.
Especially
poison.
If you haven't had it in a long time.
Exactly.
The body's like, "Whoa,
what is this? What are those?" So yesterday, we finished The Wilds.
Yes, we did.
Moderately, surprised. I was just like, oh, okay. But then I was just like, that was a letdown. There better be a season 2. Do I even want there to be a season 2? Like, I feel like they set it up to where there could be, but it was just so much was just unfinished that. But do I want it to be finished? Is all I'm saying. Do I care enough to even have them finish it? But it was okay. But I will say that I became obsessed with finishing it yesterday. Yes, I was just like, well, guess I got to watch this all day now. So I spent 4 to 5 hours watching it, which I don't want that to happen again this week. That derailed me. I was like, I can't focus on anything else until I finish this. So
see, I'm the type if I have to the first 20, 30 minutes, I'm just like, yeah, this doesn't entertain me. Bleep. That's where I was. But you're like, oh no. We're bulling through every one of these episodes.
I had to get through it just so that my mind could rest. Yeah. Rebecca said, Jingle Jangle, A Christmas Journey is so good. Oh, that's what I've heard. I've heard it is great. Dee said, I thought carbs helped people sleep better. No matter what I eat, I sleep well. That's one gift I'm blessed to have. That's awesome. I generally am a good sleeper as well. It just depends on when I eat. So
not eat 6 hours.
He said also they were sued by the other WWF. Yes, the World Wildlife Federation. I remember that. I remember when it used to be called the WWF and then changed to the WWE.
Well, that's what I grew up on.
And I was just like, how do you get so big and famous that you have a TV show and all of this programming before it gets to the point of oops, somebody has this already,
That's the thing of America, the world, America, the world. So it's like, why you been here? You don't know nothing about here yet. It's a worldwide federation was this big. WWF was like, we do.
Beth said we've completed Bridgerton. Have y'all seen that? No. What is it about? I've heard. Is that the one on? Is that about the gossip, the tabloid on Netflix? Are we watching that? Because I'm just it's Shonda Rhimes, so we're all like, way to go, Shonda. But then I'm like, do I want to watch this? But no, what's Bridgerton? Let me know. JJ said, good morning, WAC fam. Just woke up. Hope everyone is well. Absolutely. Tanya said, good morning. What's happening? Weathers and WAC fam. Yes. Watch Jingle Jangle, a new favorite of mine.
Good morning.
Yes. Well, I didn't know that Anika Noni Rose was in it. And I was like, well, wait a minute. I loved me some Anika Noni Rose. And I don't think I put together that it was a musical, like a performance musical.
You
so
poo-pooed on it as soon as you heard the name.
I did not poo-poo on it as soon as I heard the name. I just don't.
Watch it.
I still don't want to watch it, but I mean, I think I might. Like, I don't like Christmas movies. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I might like that I've just never given myself a shot at. Like, that's just me, you know? I'm a closed book.
I'm still learning.
No, there are plenty of things in my life that I don't ever have to view. That doesn't mean I won't like them. There are a few things I go out of my way to like actually, actively seek, The
more I'm learning, you're more of a musical person than a video person.
Yes.
You'd much rather hear the audio than actually watch the show.
Yes. Well, only music. If I'm listening to the audio from a television show, I'd like to be watching it as well.
Well, no, I'm telling you, if your faves, you're not really a movie person. You're more of a musical person.
Yeah, I'm more of a television and music person. I don't really like. Yeah. Okay. Well, sure. He's right. Fee said there's a T-shirt of the World Wildlife Pandas wrestling with folding chairs. I thought it was hilarious and almost bought it. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Makes sense.
Yes. Tanya said it's more than a heist as movie is more.
It's a heist movie.
Is it a whodunit? I absolutely love that. He said, sorry for nerding out on wrestling. I know, right? No, I mean, I think it's, like I said, it's such an interesting, counterculture. But I just don't have time for it. The only counterculture I have time for is The Masked Singer, which, did anyone watch The Masked Dancer? I'm sure not watching it. So
yes, because the sophistication between the two drops off a cliff.
I mean, look, I was about to fix my mouth to say that dancing doesn't require that much talent. That is not true. I just don't necessarily think it would be as interesting to watch in costumes as like interesting to hear them singing.
And I think both of them are goofy. So.
And how could you tell? I was going to say, how can you tell who someone is by watching them dance? But on The Masked Dancer, they do allow them to speak in their real voice. Yes. So you're not telling who it is by the way they dance. You're telling who it is by the way they sound still. Oh, more than a Christmas movie. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I mean, I just don't like movies, period. So, I mean, but yes, I'll give it a try. So
no, it reminds me a little bit of somebody. It's a little bit like Pinocchio as well. Yes, it's like Pinocchio story with a
something comes to life. What is it? Keegan-Michael Key is in it, right? He plays the villain. Yes. Dee said, I just love Anika Noni Rose's name. Makes it even better. She's a great actress. Yes, and a great singer. Fun fact, my cousin used to live with her in New York City, like when they were all trying to make it on Broadway, This was before he moved to Japan is it Japan or was it China? Either way, he was in the Festival of the Lion King at Disney World. I think it was Tokyo. So I think it was Japan. But it was before Dreamgirls. It was early 2000s stuff. But yeah, they had like an artist's apartment. So yeah,
sounds like actors.
Yeah, I think it was more back in the From Justin to Kelly days. Comment if you remember. That's where I first saw her. I was just like, this movie's horrible, but I love these people. So From Justin to Kelly, a musical starring Justin Guarini and Kelly Clarkson. No, different Justin.
Was it like the movie that came out of the American Idol people?
Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, Anika Noni Rose was in that. Yeah.
That's all I know is American Idol movie.
Yeah, American Idol movie.
Did not know the real name of it.
Yeah, From Justin to Kelly. Wow. Kathy says, hello, Whack Fam, getting ready for work and almost missed the live. Well, I'm glad that you're here. I haven't seen your emojis in a few days, so I did not know. Sheila's here, so smash that like button. Absolutely. Beth said, yes, it's about a gossip paper and how it affects the community in 1816. Oh.
Bassaranger.
Bottenfield. Buttersworth?
Beringeria?
Yes, that's the one. Yes. Ben and Jerry. Yes, that's it. Okay, I will watch it. It has the black guy from what's that law show that was on ABC? Either way, it has him in it, and I really liked it. So, and I do like Shonda Rhimes, so I'll see what she got.
Watch it in February.
I'll see what she got going on. Exactly, that's actually closer to actually what it would be. D said, has anyone watched the Mariah Christmas special on Apple TV Plus? No, because we don't have Apple TV. So,
yes, we do. Well, until February.
Well, squeeze me. Apple TV?
I mean,
I guess I always get that confused with Disney Plus. Like, I know we have Disney Plus, but we have Apple TV Plus?
Yes, because of the laptop. You get it for free. Yeah.
We just don't ever want to watch it enough to fire it up.
That's what I was saying. Like, we have the app, it's just the shows.
We the people. There you go. Thank you. I did like that.
On Apple TV is really intense dramas and stuff.
Yeah. And can we get that on here?
You just gotta download the app.
So the app is available on like things that aren't Apple TVs?
You can get apps in it.
No. I'm saying I know that you can get apps anywhere, but there are some apps that are only made compatible with Apple products.
No, the Apple TV is different. They're trying to compete with Disney Plus.
Okay, see, I didn't know.
They're streaming like Peacock, and everybody has a streaming service.
That makes sense.
Apple TV is different than anything. They want you to, but it's just any Apple product is free for a year.
Okay.
So any Apple product you buy, whether it's a phone, laptop.
He says, oh yeah, I got some great news yesterday. The doctor says that the hearing aid will in fact help me in my left ear, and he will be contacting my insurance company to get them to cover the cost. That's amazing. I am so excited for you. I cannot wait to hear all about it.
Congratulations.
Chris said, I don't make enough money to afford Apple products. Same. That's what I'm just like. I didn't even know we had. I was like, wait a minute. Like, what? We have like Apple access capabilities in this house?
Got a MacBook a year.
What are we, billionaires? Like, I just don't know. Like,
but yeah, no, I mean, Apple TV is just, from all the other streaming services, that's the one that probably falls through the cracks.
Yes.
It's like,
I thought it was only available on Apple TV. Like, my best friend Ho-Ho has a huge TV, like 70. It's a huge TV, but he has the little Apple TV box.
That's like Roku.
So, exactly. I thought that only Apple Plus would be like available through the box, but it's available on Roku. Okay.
Oh, Apple TV, the box is just like a Roku.
Oh, but Apple TV Plus is the name of the app.
There you go. There you go. Oh my God.
Everyone, I just had to work through it. I got it now. Like, that's all that matters.
It was close.
Rebecca said Keegan Michael Key plays Gustafon.
Yeah, Jingle Jangle.
Yes.
Yeah. He was, like you said, he's the villain.
Yeah, absolutely.
In quotations.
Absolutely. Cynthia says, I want to get Disney Plus. I want to see the movie Soul. We, of course, have not seen that either, but Disney Plus has a lot of good stuff on it. And a lot of stuff is coming.
See, that's the one that won't fall through the cracks just because of the musicals.
No, just because of the Marvel. Don't try to make it seem like I'm the one that says we got to keep Disney
You
Plus.
are all about Disney High School Musicals.
I mean, that is true, but that's not why we're keeping it. No.
It's all about deflecting.
No.
You a deflector, everything.
Oh, man. Chris said before Disney Plus launched, there was a buy 3 years, get a crazy discount. So I prepaid for 3 years of Disney Plus. Now, that's a gift that keeps on giving right there.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder what that renew rate's going to be like. Because you know how they try to hit you at like the full price. We're going to extend it for 3 more years at the full price. So
they'll just call them threatening us to quit.
I know, right? Fee said we got a free year of Disney Plus when we upgraded to unlimited data for our phones. Awesome.
I think Sprint.
I'll say Disney Plus is worth it. Like, there's a lot of content, and they have a lot, in my opinion, like second to Netflix. They have the best original content.
Well, I'm thinking it's more just based on who you are too. Like,
I agree.
If you're more of a, because every streaming service is kind of catered to what you like. Like if you're a Friends person,
yes,
you're going to Peacock. You know what I mean? You're gravitating toward wherever they are.
Yeah, that's what I don't like. I don't like the hungry hippos of like, cult favorite, like classic television now, like all of the different streaming services are just like biting up the balls of like, this is the best series ever. We're exclusively only having it on here.
Well, it's not so much
Apple TV's like Charlie Brown.
It was like, well, Netflix showed everybody the path, and then everybody's like, wait, I can do that too.
I know.
Bring
right?
all of our stuff back in house. Bring all of our stuff back. That's basically what everybody's doing. It's like they own the property. They're not taking other people's property. They're just like, we own all this.
I know,
Bye.
but they're separating it. I know.
Well, I mean, that's what
don't like it.
That's how business works. You have to sell what you do. They just Netflix was the alpha, and they were like, I want that money. So now you have to have an Apple Plus, a Peacock, Disney Plus, a Netflix, what was it? Amazon Prime. I think there's 3 more I'm missing out on.
Fee says we only really use it for The Simpsons and my daughter to watch Little Mermaid on repeat. I know, right?
What's that?
Disney, I'm sure.
Oh, I use
G says Disney Plus isn't worth it to me.
Aladdin and Marvel.
Nothing but nostalgia shows on there now. The Mandalorian is finished, but we might watch Soul. I mean, with all the Marvel stuff coming out.
Coming back.
Yeah, they might just sign up for it again.
It's going to keep coming. It's like a TV show.
But with all of the Marvel superhero stuff they're releasing on there, like the original content, it just makes sense for us.
It takes time. It's not going to Disney Plus isn't worth it right now. You have to wait a year probably. Like 1 year from now when all the products
boy, they ain't got you $80 in the meantime. So I love Netflix. I wish I watched Hulu more. I just started watching Amazon ever since you got here. Like I was never really on Amazon a lot, but I like Amazon. But still, Netflix will always hold a special place in my heart.
Well, I think it's a bunch of people. Yeah. That's the big thing, is everybody was nervous when Disney and all of them started doing their thing, but like Netflix has really carved out their niche. Yeah. They're like, nope, we got this spot right
Does Netflix still do DVDs anymore? Does anybody know?
I think they do, but like it's super duper, like for 300 people kind of
thing. With 300, that's what I'm saying. But like, I doubt that they would like even like have space in the like the overhead to for such a small percentage of their profit.
They were catering to all the old heads.
Yes, old heads.
Well, they were definitely
Fee said that's how they keep you the promise of new seasons. I know, right? Linda said, "Woo, good morning, Black family. Glad you're here, Linda."
That's television in a nutshell. Yes. You think HBO wasn't happy with Game of Thrones launch? They're like, we can milk this for how long?
Exactly.
Seasons.
What was it? AMC, The Walking Dead. Yeah. Like y'all remember when shows you should just stay on for like 19 million seasons?
It's still on.
The Walking Dead is still on.
Still in. Much like The Simpsons, that thing won't die.
Man, The Walking Dead is just like it's the show itself is a walker. Like it just won't.
Well, I mean, to be fair, unlike The Simpsons, the cast is vast and varied, and you can't just tell multiple stories. Yeah. Where The Simpsons is one family.
Yeah. True that.
Told over and over again, and they keep renewing. It's like, how many?
He said, "I like the way Netflix release shows a whole season at a time." Yes, they also. I think they started that. I think
they started the binge watching. Yes, Netflix was a trendsetter on a lot of things.
Man, hey, speaking of that, which is kind of separate
Netflix started
at all.
Binge watching.
Has anyone heard? Is Black Mirror coming back? Is that a thing? Like,
I mean, everything COVID slowed everything down. So let's just give it a year.
They usually release it around Christmas time. Gosh, me and Kiana used to watch Black Mirror around Christmas every year.
I don't think it's Christmas special or nothing like that.
They released it between Christmas and New Year. It wasn't a Christmas special, but I mean, they used to release it yearly between
I'm saying that window might fluctuate.
Dee said, "Are you watching the new season of The Expanse? We'll probably sign up for a year of Prime." Not just for that though, but starting to think it might be worth it. No, I haven't watched the first season of The Expanse.
It's on season 5 or 6 now.
Is it? Do I need to watch that too? Don't turn this into the next Outlander, okay? My heart can't take it.
Expanse is like Star Trek.
I love Star Trek.
I mean, I'm on season 3.
Yeah. Did everyone hear my husband? He's on season 3 of The Expanse.
I watched a lot when streaming was out. 2 or 3 years ago, I used to make a deal. I watched trailers all the time, and I made it a point to watch new shows
Fee said
all the time.
I heard Black Mirror was canceled a while ago. I could be wrong. He said, "Don't forget about Fear the Walking Dead." I fear watching that show anymore. I watched the first season of that. Was not pleased.
It got better in the second season.
It was all over.
The first season of Fear was really bad. It sped up a lot in the second.
Dee said, "No, I heard Black Mirror's taking a break because things got too real." I mean, now that was actually true.
That might be
Black
also
Mirror
true.
was a little like
that's honestly
too close.
I read an article the other day where that's why Rockstar is not releasing Grand Theft Auto 6 is because the stories of like everything, like 5 was such a parody, like everything was so over the top. Now it's like real. It was like
triggering. It was like, wait a minute.
Like this is actually reality now at one point. You know,
yes.
Like, let's slow this down.
That's crazy. No, I'll have to watch The Expanse. It's a boot space. That's all you got to say to me. So
facing the pioneers and trying to figure out secret stuff and secret factions are out there.
Secret stuff. I love secret stuff.
After watching even Star Trek, I have to agree.
D said Richard did tell you to watch The Expanse, but I guess you have too many things to watch. Thanks for that, D. Thanks. No, I mean,
he said I'm a hardcore Simpsons. Like they will not let it go. They will not let Simpsons.
Have they switched voice actors? Those people's voices can't be the same after 20 years. I do know Bart Simpson's a girl. Is it still that same woman?
Why not? You want to turn that money away?
No, I'm saying like, can her voice, like as you get older, you're like your voice naturally changes. Yeah. And if they themselves have not changed, then the character's voices.
I don't know. That's a good question. I do agree. I do think that show should have ended a long time ago.
Beth said Outlander usually releases in January, February. They just started filming in November. I'm still 2 seasons behind. So starting tomorrow, because today looks to be my last big work day. Starting tomorrow, I am going to sing a song of Alas That Is Gone. Okay. So I've got to watch that.
Oh, God.
What?
We're forced.
He said The Walking Dead killed off all my wife's favorite characters, so now she refuses to watch it with me. I'm still hooked and want to know how it ends. I can't believe it's still on.
I haven't seen the last season.
I haven't seen like the last 5 seasons.
Oh yeah, you're so.
Is Daryl or Carol and Daryl still alive? That's all that matters. No, we can't tell. I mean, I do know that a lot of the main characters are gone.
Well, I'm saying that was the point of. That's why The Walking Dead has the ability to last so long, is because it keeps refreshing itself and as long as the story, it's all about the writers. But if the story is good, you can always kill your characters off and bring new. But you have to do it in the span of people need to introduce new characters before you kill off the ones that are like. So it's like meshing things. And I'm like, again, people love that money. So like, as long as they keep renewing, I don't think they're gonna keep it stopping. Like much like The Simpsons and everything else, it's like you keep renewing me.
Gail said, Autumn, not true. I'm about to be 63 soon and I still have the voice of a 10-year-old. Gail, I love your voice. It is so unique. It's so amazing to me that that's your actual voice. I know, right? V said it's the same for the main characters, but they changed a lot of the voice actors for African-American voice actors to do African-American characters. I've seen that a lot around The Simpsons. Yeah, I mean, isn't it crazy how the literal, like, world climate was just different when they started the show, and you've had to evolve like all aspects of the production of the show as the times have changed. But yeah, that's just crazy to me. Kathy said get on that season 4 of Outlander, Autumn. It's a good. And how are you watching it? Did you sign up for Stars?
Probably has Stars. People have services.
Cynthia says, Autumn, I hear you refer to Kiana from time to time. Sorry if it's private. I know that you said she passed away. Was she related to you? Nosy. No. Kiana was she was my roommate. We went to college together back, she was from Louisville like me. We didn't really know each other in high school. We went to college together, got to, know each other. We actually were on the same line at, for Delta. So we actually got to know each other really well when we were pledging the sorority together. But then after that, we just kind of like, Kiana's cool. See her on the way. Hey, girl, what's up? And then, went off, graduated college, did our own, things. Life moved on. And then I moved back to Louisville after I went to Minneapolis. I moved back to Louisville, lived in my house for a while. My mom lived with me for a while, and so after that, I was just like, I miss having like a roommate, like someone to like, I was in this house, like, by myself. So it was just like, I miss having a roommate. And Kiana, by that time, like, we had gotten on Facebook and had become Facebook friends and stuff like that. And it's just like, she was like, hey, let me know if anybody's looking for a roommate or something, because they're raising the rent in my apartment again. And I was just like, should I invite Kiana to live with me? Like, because we don't really know each other. And that's even better, because it's just like, you don't want to move in with your best friend because you hate them, stuff like that. But I was just like, sure, like she should move in. So she moved in. So she actually lived here for a couple of years. And it was just so fun. It was like a sleepover every day. We got to know each other, of course, really, really well once we lived together. And then she actually got diagnosed with cancer. Cancer runs in her family, genetic. Her whole family dies from it at a very young age. It is really sad. So she got diagnosed with cancer before she moved out. So, you know, I took her to her first surgery. I gave her shots every day when she got home. I like watched her little staples and stuff like that. Like I took care of her after she got her first tumor removed. And then right after that, she got a job in Nashville, and we were really happy. You know, I was really happy for her because it was at a really good school and everything. And as soon as she moved to Nashville, the cancer came back. And then from there, she just deteriorated, you know, and that was in January. And then she was dead by December. And it's just like, so, you know, it was tough.
We actually went to Nashville to visit
Yeah,
her.
we went to Nashville to visit her for a little bit. So
when we went on our trip.
Yeah.
On office trip.
Yep. It was in May, right? Yep. We went to stay at the Gaylord Opryland. So I took him to meet her down there. I went down there with my best friend Sealark. We went to go visit her and stuff like that. She moved back home in October. She just got too sick. She couldn't work anymore. She moved back home with her sister in October, and then she died in December last year. So it was just like, but you know, the most random things will like remind me of like stuff that I used to do with Kiana and stuff like that. So plus, you know, she's still all over Facebook in terms of like the memories that people share of her and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty fun. Yeah, but she was my roommate. That's my roommate Kiana.
She stayed upstairs.
Yes, she stayed upstairs.
In my new game room now.
Yes, the man cave.
I thank her every day for the paint color choices.
He said the rumor is that they are working on 3 Walking Dead movies starring Andrew Lincoln. Yes, I heard that too, but that was, in my opinion, literal years ago. So
and much like The Simpsons, 8 years too late. I'm like, you know, they was hot. Like, fine. This movie should have came out 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. I'm just like,
you wait till now.
No one cares anymore. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. They should have struck while the iron was hot.
The Simpsons movie came out.
Tanya said, y'all, I just realized I had a dream. Joyce showed up in a high-rise apartment with lots of windows, and there was a bunch of new gym equipment, like all the ones that keep showing up during commercials in the news feed. They're getting mad. That's a crazy dream. Oh, wow. Joyce lives in a high-rise with exercise equipment.
Joyce, you heard that? She wishing that on you now.
Kathy said, well, my husband has internet search talents and found the content online. Why can't you find Outlander for me on the internet?
Oh, you never asked me.
Will you find Outlander for me on the internet?
I'm on it.
You use your computer. I won't know viruses or nothing happening on this.
I'm on it.
D says, girl, Outlander season 4 is on Netflix. I'm looking at it right now. The Canadian one? I don't believe you.
Oh my God. Do you know what you just did? She is literally going to do this in real time now. I mean, maybe they waited for the Christmas season, like you say all the time.
No, because D said that a while ago, and it still only says season 3. D, if you don't mind, what province do you live in? Because I am over here in like the Toronto, I think, VPN. I'm logging in. Okay. I'm going to be Canada, Toronto. What Canada options do they have?
The Toronto option. There you go.
No.
Now, apparently, you really love Outlander.
Well, no, they just have Canada, Toronto, and Canada, Toronto 2. So, okay.
It's all about that sequel.
You ain't got to tell me nothing. Okay, so I'm logging into Netflix from Canada.
Petite, do you see what you're doing right now? This is...
You can read some comments.
Oh, I don't know what's saying anything. They anticipating your thing.
Okay, this is clearly Canadian.
Clearly. Okay.
Episodes.
Everybody's saying that something's all running along.
Season 3. This was not here the last time I looked.
Well, the good news is now you don't have to use the television. You can watch it right on your pad, which frees up some nice actual viewing for me. Why are you? Put your clothes back on. What are you doing? You cannot do all that.
Put your clothes back on. You're so funny, Richard. You're so funny to me. Maybe I'm just on an Outlander high right now, but like.
Oh my God.
You're right. I don't have to watch it.
You are so goofy.
You're right. I don't have to watch. I can watch it on my tablet. Okay.
I'm just happy that you're happy.
I have ExpressVPN, and now it is on there. So thank you. Okay. Stepped on the scale today.
Oh my goodness.
I have to look. Okay.
Yes, you do. Let's see.
196.4, that's +2. Like I said, these numbers aren't real. Just like the points and whose line is it anyways. Like, I don't really care. I'm really focusing more on how I eat versus like what the number says. Because like I got about 3 more days left before it all goes to hell with 75 hard. This is me encouraging you. If you're on the fence about 75 hard, just do it, okay?
Before it goes there.
There's going to be some of us, we're doing it. You can do it too, okay? Like,
yes.
do it, right? So
everybody's going to love watching you do it first.
Yes, Kathy said, "D, you are the new live favorite." Exactly. Thank you very much. No, you're definitely you're the live favorite for the rest of the week.
Oh my God.
And tomorrow is tomorrow Whack Wednesday? And for Whack Wednesday as well. Like, because absolutely. I'm so excited.
One half of us love Outlander like that. So you are not a live favorite for my.
Yeah. He's a hater. Thank you for giving me the gift of Outlander. Okay, on that note, I got some TV to watch, right? So have a great day, everyone, and we'll talk to you tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Bye.
Bye. You're so cute.